Pero bueno, aquí estamos. Aquí estamos de nuevo. A ver, por ahí leí que de pronto bajando en la versión del DirectX del 12 al 11 puede evitar este problema. Entonces vamos a usar tan Vulkan DirectX 11. Sí, ya, reiniciado a DirectX 11.
It's serious.
A ver, opciones. Obsoleto. Vamos a ver, conectarse a ver. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. ¿Qué puedo perder? ¿Que se me vuelva a congelar el juego? Ah, puede volverse a congelar. Y ya. Y ya. Ya, boludo. Ya. Uy.
Joke on this! Need more time.
Sigue trabándose el juego. Bueno, eso por lo menos los tags estaban viendo en el piso de... Se lo queda muy feo. Me da la calidad de una armadura. Quiero ver. Calidad más 3. Ok. Vocecito. A ver qué vocecito tenemos aquí. A ver, tenemos ya un vocecito ahí. No, mira tú.
No room.
No room. Para la de Dios. No, 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 se está bloqueando, se está bloqueando. Se bloqueó, se bloqueó. Uy, no. Uf, esos manes fueron sin mí. Patas. Están loquitos. Bueno, ¿dónde está el chambilín, bilín, bilamba? Chambrín.
Who goes there? By the sound of your voice, you cannot be Marrakech. You may trade with me, for trade is the lifeblood of survival in the desert. but expect no kindness.
Expect no kindness.
I remember her face from before the battle where I lost my sight. She is quite beautiful, and she has strength and cunning to match. I can think of no better leader for us. We, Adora, have put all our faith in Asala, and though we do not number enough to spark divinity in her, we still thrived under her leadership.
Sarka.
Zarka holds all the wisdom and knowledge of the Adura, and the stories of many other Akaras as well. Our traditions help us survive as these lands turn to dust over generations, and in many ways, that lush beauty still exists for us through her words. Especially now the gods have returned to Rayclast, we know that our beliefs have power. Perhaps we can bring back those verdant forests and gleaming rivers, if only we have enough faith in a leader strong enough to make it real. Does the scorpion sting carry less poison at night? In the hopes of taking on fighting duty again, I am still practicing the art of the sword. Red-eyed Nasima, she of the second sight, proved that there is more to combat than mere vision. However, there is still honor in serving the role of tradesmith and weapon master. I served as a Dekara for as long as I was able, and I intend to fulfill this duty with just as much dedication.
¿Eh?
Goodbye.
El capucha. A ver acá.
How can I advise you? Yes, I have seen the slaves pulling carts. I am uncomfortable with the practice, but from what I understand, it allows those captured in battle to serve rather than simply being executed. There are not enough resources to keep prisoners who do not work. In this harsh land, it is perhaps the lesser of two evils. That is what I tell myself, at least. Asala has agreed to aid us, exactly as I expected. The beast represents an existential threat to all the peoples of Rayclast, but even beyond that, she seems to be quite driven.
Quite driven.
She reminds me of a rambunctious young woman I once knew in Keth, who eventually rose to power, attained divinity, and led her people to greatness.
Mira que es alguien del escuadrón.
Take your time.
Take your time.
I shall put this to use.
Que no salen las cosas. Está el juego hoy. Hoy.
All right. All right.
All right. One. Ustedes están buenos. No voy a cambiar esto.
A deal is made. Warm nights.
We for nice. normal, la rara. ¿No? Veamos pues. Otro bloque. Recuerda. No tengo otro camino por allá. Dale, como si no lo ha cogido esto.
This'll get him!
Our people have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten, will be forgotten. We are not Faradin. We are Marraketh. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them that casting us off is a mistake. We must show them our strength. Perhaps we can one day rebuild Keth itself. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.
Yamanra. Este es el enemigo, yo creo. Bastiri Yamanra. Esta es una tumba que abrieron, ¿cierto? Como el arca de la alianza.
Need a sec. Bang, mate.
Estamos reiniciando el reino para empezar el código 72. En 25 minutos. Y una pausa de 25 minutos. Ok.
Not yet. Need more time. Need a sec. Not yet.
De barbacoa. Barbacoa.
Get out of the way. Not yet.
Listo, gorrito de fieltro. Macho, tu. Tengo que ir a vender ya otra vez. Y esperar que no se vaya a morir. Uy, cuello, el cuello, el cuello, el cuello.
Greeting.
My wares are renowned, as you wish. I shall put this to use. Goodbye.
Mejor objeto mágico agregándole un nuevo modificador aleatorio. Hasta 2. Ok.
Speak up.
Ah, Chambry.
She was a fierce warrior before she was blinded in battle. focused, determined. Losing her sight has not changed that. I have no doubt that she will become skilled enough at blind fighting to rejoin the ranks someday. Indeed, blind Dekara were once instrumental in decimating an eternal legion during a sandstorm ambush. So it is not without precedent. This is the tale as it was told to me by our Akara's Tale Woman before me, and is told to her by the Tale Woman before her. These words have remained unchanged since the beginning. Many thousands of years ago, we were a simple people, hunters, roamers. We moved valley to valley in search of meat and berries. There was none of the discipline we know today, but that was about to change. These fair plains became barren and lightless. A time those generations called the winter of the world. 1,000 years of ice brought hardship and suffering, but that was only the beginning. To the south, the foreign tyrant An fell, and horrible creatures flooded forth under this darkness, seemingly born of bone and blood and foul magic. Survival meant banding together and creating the strict traditions that eventually became what we know today. To fight was to live. Disorder meant death. In the darkest depths of that era, when hope was but a memory, the twin sister Sekamas, Solarai and Landara, arose to unite our scattered peoples for the first time. They wielded the essence of gold and silver, gleaming with such ferocity that the grey skies had no choice but to give way. The creatures retreated under the sands, never to be seen again, and our fair plains blazed with emerald forests and sapphire rivers. This brought about the most glorious age of our people, a time of conquest, wealth, great heroes, and gods that lasted for another 1,000 years. But then, one fell winter, the gods vanished. Our beloved Garukan was the last to succumb, holding on for 2 moons against a powerful innovation. She gave what final orders she could, mandated our traditions be upheld, and then went silent.
Silent.
The Maraketh were not disturbed. We did not lose hope. We knew who we were, and those values had not left us with the departure of the gods. When the sky burned, when the Vaal fell, when the Eternals came and sought to be our masters, and then fell as well, we endured. We have protected these fair plains for 304 generations, and we will continue to do so for another 304. That is our duty and our birthright. Nasima, yes, Nasima. A great warrior, though with a complicated legacy. Born with eyes the color of blood, she was left to die among the dunes for being blind. But the Ferryden found her and raised her. A Balbalic, one might think, but no. She became an impressive warrior in her own right. And when called upon to raid her people, she recognized her mother's voice and turned and slaughtered her Ferryden captors. A true role model from the ancient days, and a wonderful sleep tale for the children. I have a very long official title, but you may simply address me as Zaka. The young ones will harp on and on about our strict traditions, but I'm old enough to get away with it, so I do. My role is that of a keeper of tales. I was chosen by my predecessor, Rather than being allowed to become a Dekara or perform other duties, I'm not permitted near combat, for the stories I keep are one of our most valuable resources. We understand the plains of Vastiri through the lens of these words handed down to us over the centuries. We see what used to lie where sand dwells now, and hear the bold proclamations and lamentations of yesteryear. That is my role, to be the worldly eyes and ears of the Adura.
Eso tiene esas cosas en las orejas. A ver, esta que vende. Espera que yo tengo acá uno. Este. Chimborrio este. Sí, un chimborrio.
Eat this! Not yet. Need more time.
Está lagueando. Uy, uy, uy.
Need more time.
Se laguea feo.
Not yet. Not yet.
Siento que si mato con esto me dan como más objetos. Tengo esa sensación, no sé si sea verdad. Tengo esa leve sensación.
Need more time.
Un punto de control.
This'll get him.
También le gusta tirar. ¿Muristis así? ¿Muristis igual?
Horrid insect.
Opa.